Warm, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a tough little nugget of a ladder race with SRT 18. I need to just sit here for another couple of seconds, bricking it, wondering what the heck I've got myself into. Essentially, the team members that make up our trio are one, Vern, Cafe, Renee, and then Lucas and I, who are more in the B realm of capabilities. The standard colours are in the away colours, if you like. It's quite strong, as I'm the team member with probably the least amount of pure watts to offer, and I'll have to take my turn early. Then I'll soak up as much draft as I possibly can to have anything left at the finish. So on a downward scale from 10 for first down to what will be 6th position. You've got to try and take as many points as you can as a team, so the team with the most points will be the victor. Pretty hefty out the gate to start things off, and like I said, I'll be going towards the front for the early parts, as I don't think I'll factor later on. I certainly won't factor the way Renee is going to factor for us as a whole team effort. To cover quickly until we let Steve go out about 2 or 3 seconds. Just letting him go because we'll save our beans as a team at this stage. It's here a really experienced bunch with a wealth of good riders to pick from. Quite how I've got tangled up with them, I don't know. But you might have seen ladder racing on Zwift live channel, where SRT were one of the first organisations to get involved in building it up. Now it's over 280 teams in the pool, I think. No pressure here at all with SRTA. As I dip my toe in the water, see what we can do. Adversaries in blue are putting in a few little digs at the early stages, taking it in turns to throw a few jabs, but nothing doing at the moment. We have no intention in black to counter any of these right now. You see my comrades in black weaving to the right so that they're not providing draft for the guys behind us. But I don't have steering engaged on my Wahoo Kickrbike. Stupidly, it has the buttons on the hood, but there's no ability to program them. So I'd have to buy a separate item, the steering thing that Zwift offer, and add that to my bike in order to have that function. So I'm not willing to do that when I know that they're going to probably bring out a bit of tech that will allow me to program my buttons at some stage. Wahoo should just be on top of that. I'm sure I've mentioned it before. Anyway, the boys dive over to the left again as soon as I tell them in Discord. Let's close down Steve's first attempt. Not that it was much of an attempt, but his move, if you like, his play. Now Ian will have a go. Collective opinion on Discord at this stage was let them go out, let them waste some legs out in the wind on their own, because these smooths aren't going to stick, they're not long, they're not far enough out. So we'll let them do it. We'll carry on for the first 7-8 minutes. What the plan is for Rene to make his own break for us in a little bit. But when he does, it will be more decisive, and it'll attempt to go out a lot further. Snap the elastic. Go back in a bunch again for the time being. Heart rate's 152. Average 283 so far. That's since the standard start. So this is punchy for me. And I don't need to tell you that I'm really trying. My inset will show you I'm standing a lot. You can see me belly breathing. Yeah, it's not easy at all. It's a baptism of fire for my caliber. Major difference for these ladder races as opposed to ZRL or other group race events is the groups are so much smaller, especially with this one. It's supposed to be five versus 5 people, so a group of 10, but even with 10, the draft is there, yes, but if you get dropped, it's punishment, and you're not gonna, there's no big blob to sort of soak into and rest off everybody. As I say that, there goes another one covered over by Renee. Yeah, attacks are punchy, and you have to stay in, because as soon as you fall off that draft, you're in a world of pain, and there isn't any getting back, and you're going to be, the one who lets down the team in terms of points. A little rest here, if you could call it that. Certainly respite that I could consider since the get-go. The place has been hot. I'm relieved. I remember at this stage and telling the boys that this is really good for me, just to bring my heart rate down a little bit, because I know there's another punch coming soon and we're going to have to cover them. Remembering the inclines in this race particularly, but I am aware that I was working very hard on essentially false flats on a number of occasions, and they always seem to come the ramps right at the wrong moment when I was already at high rate of knots, high heart rate. So yeah, fairly punishing when you're already in your arse. Okay, this is, I think, the favourite juncture for a little bit of a move. I think Renee plans to go out straight away and onto the descent, but it extends a little bit here on the flat when you get to the top of that KOM. But the move's coming, it's about to happen. Once there's a 1 second gap, his watts start to just increase ever so slightly. We're just tentatively pushing whilst noticing that the guys, us essentially, behind aren't really increasing ours at all. We're letting them go out. And because we've seen the guys in blue do this a couple of times, and maybe they feel the same, they'd had a couple of attempts off the front and then been pulled back in, or just let it go back in. Maybe they thought that was going to be our target too. But from this point forward, Renee has no intention of being caught. So you'll see him slowly push it, just ever so slightly. And me and Lucas will cover the guys off. Although I was told not to slow them down, I do should just like slide in front of them now and again and disturb the air with no intention of putting any gas on myself. So now with the lot to build on, the gap keeps growing nicely, and on Discord we're back in the play, and Renee intends to pile on some pressure now, put a bit more gap out, because there's no, seemingly there's no attempt by the Blues to even try and punch out to bridge the gap. With 4-second gap, I was kind of expecting a warp factor jump here through the arcade, but it didn't come. So Lucas and I just sit there, allowing the front two Blues to soak up the wind. Sooner or later, Blues are going to think 3-on-2 here has to change. One of them's going to have to hit out anyway, even if they're not fully intended on roping Renee back in. Here's the arcade and watch, there's no move. Ian has a dig now. He's gradually peeling away. I can't remember if I push and catch him or half attempt to catch and then let him go. He's not going to catch Renee anyway, but I was kind of thinking if I could latch onto his wheel, maybe he'll pull me away from the others. Still 3-on-2 back here. So it's either a case that the guys are feeling confident that they can trump me and Lucas and all be, like every one of them beat us at the sprint for the end, or they just haven't contemplated that Renee can go solo this long and they just don't believe that he's going to hold it. He's almost at 10 seconds and it's going to continue to grow. As I say that, who let dives away from us. Sneaky. In hindsight, Matt and I shouldn't have gifted Matt that jump for second place, because in no time he's made a 5-second deficit on us, and there wasn't really a monster amount of watts being displayed, so we should have covered that off, but we didn't. It's okay. So he's a little way up the road now, but no certainty he's going to stay up there. Renee's sort of free and clear at 14 seconds from us right now. I don't anticipate him being caught. And from the Discord, he's saying there's no way he's getting caught. And then actually it's 2 on 2 at the back here. For now. But over half distance now, my main concern was just to monitor my condition in case of a bunch sprint. Because if this 4, the quartet of us end up going all the way to the line, I don't want to be spanked in the last 100 metres because I don't have any legs left. And I just don't know in this environment how I'll hold up. I know what my watts per kilo is in comparison to my own teammates, but I haven't studied the opposition, so I have no clue. So I'm in this blind, not knowing what watts people have got. So I have to keep something in reserve. And my kit choice. We had discussions earlier in the day about what type of black kit we were going to wear, because black was considered the colour. You can wear anything as an away kit if you like, if you're not wearing the home kit. So me and that wear the decided we're the away team. I don't know why. Then we get to wear black, so I wore my Out of This World, which is the jersey you get for the level 100. And the other guys chose a monochrome kit, so that's why we don't match. There's nothing special about it. I'm not trying to be Daniel Russo or something. So at this point, that's kind of got a nice little gap of 7 seconds. And yeah, I just didn't know what was going to happen at this point. coming through Alley Springs, I was feeling quite confident there. I blew my aero because I thought, well, it's flat, might as well dig it. And then watch, I get absolutely spanked on the hill. Yeah, caught napping, and Steve goes past me. And before I know it, he's a couple of seconds up. I don't think Lucas and I had the inclination to chase. I know Lucas was breathing heavy into the Discord, and I thought about having a little crack here, but that's not a tiny margin now of daylight between us, and I thought I just don't want to get involved with him. I know Steve, and I know I've seen him in runs before, but what happens is you'll see it was just a switcheroo. So he cut out far enough to swap with Matt, and then they tag team, and then Matt drops back. So the fresher legs replace Matt's. It's good. It's good tactics. Gotta appreciate it, looking at it from this point of view. But what we don't want now is Ian going away. And Ian looks like he thought, right, I'm going to have a crack as well. These guys look weak, and he probably, in fairness, had it about right. Between us, Lucas and I think at this stage we had one race between us, one ladder race. So Lucas had been out before, and this was my first go. So I don't feel bad that they kind of had the upper hand in terms of knowledge. What we're left with now is, in chess terms, kind of looking like a bit of a strong position for the Blues, because you've got us with Renee up away from maximum points, and then they've got second and third. So they're probably thinking, as long as Matt can jump ahead of me and or Lucas or both of us, then they've got it. They've got it in the bag. But in points terms, all we really need is from the two blacks now, me and Lucas Kitwearers, to beat Matt. And as long as everything else stays the same, then as long as we beat that blue, then we'll win by 1 point. What's good about the strategy of these ladder races is it often comes down to the last man. In retrospect, I'd love to have been up with Steve and Ian at this point, having hung on to either one of them, just to be in the run-in for second or third. But such is life. Next time we'll have another crack at this. But for my first outing, I gotta be pleased that I at least sort of played it safe, and even with this amount of kilometres to go, I've got a plan for what I'm going to do, and I start telling them on Discord what I intend, but it hasn't expunged my legs. 4k, 4.5k out, I'm feeling more confident now in my ability to power home. I've an eye on the graph, and I haven't said anything yet, but I know this is the point at which Renee built his lead, so I'm gonna announce in the next minute that I'm gonna hit out and try and secure fourth. right about now, and this pink wall goes by on the left, I just start to massage the watts, see if there's potential I could go away. And 6 meters turns into 7, turns into 8, and then just ever so slightly, the boys just seem like they're sitting with each other rather than focusing on me. So whilst they're doing that, I just try and put the watts up a little bit. And at 2k, I'm definitely going now. So I've said to Renee over Discord, he's nearly at the finish, but I'm going to secure 4th. The team will know that Lucas has got the beating of Matt, so I'm just going to make sure that we secure one chess piece on the board with Lucas covering off Matt until the final dig, because on paper he's got him beat. And my lead starts to grow just ever so slightly now, 1500 meters out. So let's go 4.5 watts per kilo as we hit the arcade, just to confirm, and turn 11 seconds into 15. I'm already on the Discord. You won't hear it because I don't have that mic on, but I'm saying to Lucas that he's just got to smash it through the arcade out the other end and do his business to the line, because yeah, we're good for 4th now, and as long as Lucas beats Matt in the out and out race, then we'll get the win by 1 point. As I'm approaching the line, Discord is blaring with encouragement to Lucas, who's now gonna dump the watts now. Lucas opens up with his watt cannon and does the business. So that's a win for us. Away team win, 23-22. SLT team, you got the job done. Thanks again for watching, and I'll have some more different stuff for you if you come again. And subscribe and you'll be guaranteed to see it. Lucky you. Cheers now.
I'm toast.